What is up, everybody? Mark on the mic, my good friend Ryan Muckenhirn across from me, and welcome to the Vortex Nation podcast, and welcome to a good old-fashioned episode of Cartridge Talks.
Nice.
Welcome to awkward silence. We'll have MC Ryan, he can consolidate that little airspace. He'll leave that in. Ryan.
Yo.
Got a cool one today.
Yes.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
By the numbers, nothing to sneeze at by any stretch of the imagination, in my opinion. Okay. I am curious to hear your thoughts on this and what this is. It is the 264 Winchester Magnum. Magnum.
Yep.
Belted cartridge.
Very much so.
Based off the 375 H&H case, yes.
Yep. Or 300 Win Mag.
Or 301 Mag.
All parent case, belted Magnum, Holland and Holland, yes.
They're all related
Both
in some
answers
capacity.
are correct. Very much so.
Okay. Cousins, at least.
Smallest grandson of the 375 Holland and Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't really, I guess, never, the grandson never really amounted to anything.
No. He's a good kid, but it just kind of never lit up.
People had high hopes for him.
I think initially, yeah.
Yeah.
They named a rifle after him.
They did.
Or in his surrounding what his application would be.
What do you mean?
The Westerner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd say generally folks are pushing 130 to 140-ish projectiles out of it. Correct or no?
120 to 140, yep.
Okay, 120 to 140.
Yep.
120 is definitely on the light end.
Yep.
Fast end.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about an era when it was introduced, I want to say 1958.
59.
59, I think it became
It could be 58.
like
58.
chambered in
Yeah.
Winchester rifles or something like that. I saw both things, actually. I saw 58 and 59.
Okay.
I also saw late 50s, early 60s in my research here. The 6.5 millimeter bullet, or the 264. People liked it back then for a lot of the reasons they like it right now. You know, pretty slippery bullet.
It was.
High BC. Now, Ryan, you'd probably know this better than me. Back then, though, what are we twisting this thing in?
Not fast enough. 1 and 9.
1 and 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I'd say 1 and 8 would be
More appropriate.
Yes.
Yes.
Man, it seems like it just took a long time for us to really catch up with twist rate and properly twisting a lot of these projectiles.
I've owned 4 260s. 2 of them are factory guns. Both were twisted wrong. So that was 1997 that cartridge came on scene. It wasn't until I ordered a gun with a custom barrel and a custom-built gun with a custom barrel that they were twisted correctly. Now, 07, 6.5 Creedmoor comes out twisted correctly. And look at where that led us.
Look what happens when you twist a 6.5 correctly, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you bring it up. I do have it in contrast here if somebody wants to see a 6.5 Creedmoor.
Good heavens, Mark.
In comparison to the 264 Win Mag. Quite a bit of difference there.
Substantial. You know what's not very different about them?
The velocity?
That's right.
Okay. Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
I'd say an average 6.5 Creedmoor getting probably, 2650?
Depends on your barrel length, 2650 to 2750 with a 140 class bullet.
Okay.
Yep.
At least what I've seen in here, well, we got a box right here from the Nosler Customs.
Yes.
These are 140 Nosler partitions, a classic itself. Coming out the pipe here, box posted $29.50, and in my notes here and what I saw on the internet, I saw a lot of quotes in excess of the 3s.
With loading practices, perhaps.
Is that where this cartridge would shine?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's a positive merit.
H4350 is a powder that I use in 6.5 Creedmoor. So pushing a 140 to 142 grain bullet. So from Nosler, this would be the AccuBond, the ballistic tip, the custom competition partition, the RDF, and the ABLR. Their published data puts us at a max possible velocity of 2930 with 52 grains of that magical powder, Hodgins number 4350. If I go down to 6.5 Creedmoor, however, for contrast, and I go to H4350, I'm getting 41 grains at 2700 max velocity. So there's a difference. It's 229 feet per second.
I'd say that's not nothing, and I'd say it's particularly not nothing when we think of the era when this cartridge was introduced.
But
we're talking again pre-rangefinder, ballistic solvers, ballistic calculators. This was a time where a projectile like this, with a high ballistic coefficient, somewhat lighter weight compared to some other projectile or cartridges out there, going pretty darn fast, not screaming, but pretty darn fast, is going to gain you some leeway in your range estimation.
Absolutely correct. I want to contrast this with the cartridge that I don't even love that much.
The 270.
No. 6.5 PRC.
Oh, right. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I got one of those right here as well.
Mark Boardman. Dude, you're really getting the hang out of this, man.
Surprise.
Yeah. Different powder class here, but that same 140, 142 grain projectile from Nosler anyways, most of these are flirting with 3 grand or higher. And we're in a very similar powder class and capacity, much different case, more intelligent case. This is very modern in comparison to the 264. We learned if you go short, fat, and square, you can seat that bullet out long. You can handle those much heavier bullets with a little bit more efficiency and generate more velocity. So in any event, to your point, Mark, at the time that it came out...
Sans belt,
yeah.
I mean, you mentioned modern case, but I'll point that out.
At the time it came out, it was the proverbial laser beam. We didn't have rangefinders. Oftentimes we were zeroing high at 100 yards, 2-3 inches high.
Right.
And we had the ability to effectively hold hair to 400, which is a long ways by even modern Statterns. And the 264 did an admirable job at that. Golly, did it not hook up, though.
Well, it didn't hook up, and I think it has somebody to blame for that.
Oh, those guys at Remington.
The 7mm Rem Mag.
Golly, there's another cartridge that I just love.
I guess I have a couple speculations there.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I know I fall victim to this mentality at times, bigger is better, right? So you have I guess, again, a belted Magnum, right? Where you got to think of mindset at the time. You heard belted Magnum.
Yep.
You better perk up your ears and probably get that one, right?
Pay attention. It's going to kill moose.
You got a slippery bullet.
We do in the 7mm class. Yes.
And, a still high stepping bullet.
Very.
A few probably more offerings actually
Absolutely.
In bullet weight.
And here's a 7 Rem Mag just.
Oh my! Now you're doing it.
Yeah.
And
boy, they're kissing cousins, aren't they?
Boy, they sure are. I mean, you look at them side by side, and it's like
you could mix those up in your pocket,
right? But on paper, you go, well, this is just more and better.
Yeah, maybe.
What's an average velocity of a 7 Rem Mag like the one we got here?
So those are 160 CXs, I believe, or 150 CX. Excuse me. They're
that's going to be
those
going hot.
3 grand. Yeah.
So
and again, modern loading, and they were certainly capable of that in the 60s. Remember, we've talked about this in the past on the podcast. Let's say we have an equivalent case, volume, and size, which we very much so do in these 2 cartridges. If we do nothing but increase the diameter to the bullet and keep respective weights very similar, we'll often pick up velocity. So great case in point, 338 Federal, 160 grain projectile, light for caliber, but that large piston that is the 33 diameter versus the 30 diameter of the 308 counterpart, you gain velocity with the 338 Federal. You kind of get that here too, even though it's a very small amount.
Right.
Yeah.
Not today's topic, but
No.
the poor 338 Federal.
I know, Mark. I was just talking with Travis Magnum Jones about 338 Federal this morning. He's not interested, but
No.
it was a great conversation.
Yeah, that's not his thing.
No.
You were threatening to build one a while back.
I have the components. I just need to do. The problem is this darn podcast. I have to build a lot of guns.
Oh, come on. No, don't put it on me.
I'm not. It's my own fault. I say I'll do it. Anyway, I almost had a 264 Win Mag built.
Built?
Correct.
Why? When? What year?
05, 06.
And what was drawing you to it?
Aspirations of the West.
Antelopes.
Antelope and pronghorn. Or mule deer, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. It would be excellent for that. It would be.
Yeah.
I don't think you would take that out for that application
And be dissatisfied.
No,
not at all.
You'd never know.
Ultimately, what happened was the builder had it on his available list of chamberings. And then when I contacted him and started going through this process, he says, you have to buy the reamer because I don't actually have the reamer. And so me as a kid making $5 an hour, that wasn't going to happen. So talked myself out of it. You know what I ended up with? 260, which got turned into another 260, which then got turned into 270 short mag, which ultimately then morphed into a 300 Weatherby. So that's how that circle of life went. But,
oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was vicious.
A lot of indecision there.
Yeah. Well, the 260s burned me. So I didn't learn my lesson the first time. So I had to learn it again. But
was that 260 that you're talking about? Was that one twisted correctly though?
No.
So that was
the first two I had were not.
So I mean, that's what's interesting. I mean, you went to a custom gun builder, had a gun built.
The first two 260s that I had were factory guns.
Okay.
Yep. So one was a Kimber 84 grade 2, and one was a Remington Model 7 KS.
Mm-hmm.
Both 9-twist guns. The 120s shot okay.
So, like, let's say you get a 264 Win.
Yep.
Put a 1 and 8 twist on the barrel. Okay, here's where I'm going with this. Did this cartridge hook up? It started to, and then got killed, right? But if you told me, like, on paper, and I lived in an era without a rangefinder, and you said, oh, Mark, you can have a correctly twisted 264 Win or the popular 6.5 Creedmoor, which I have a handful of, dude, I'll take the 264.
Absolutely. 200 to possibly 300 feet per second more. You bet. Concerted advantage.
I mean, is it a Magnum cartridge? Yes. But of all the Magnums, recoil is not going to be an issue with this thing.
Yeah. Yep. That's a fair statement.
I mean, would it be more than a 6.5 Creedmoor?
Oh,
yeah. Which, hold on, wait, did I already put that? Here, so here's the 6.5 Creedmoor. I don't know. We're kind of going, we're going in a pretty good.
It's a good order.
Descending order.
I got one there.
I got one more left.
Let's see what you got there.
What I was going to say, and I'm regurgitating a little bit, but I agree with this. For the application of like a deer antelope gun, you could take the 7 Rem Mag, the 264 Win Mag, a 6.5 PRC, or a 270. Yep. I don't think you're going to know the difference.
Not at all.
I don't think the animal's going to know the difference.
Not at all. My 270, which is a 1952 vintage Model 70, pushing 130s, is going 3,200 feet per second.
Right. And likely at long range, when you probably step up in bullet weight with a 270, the 264 is going to have better long range performance.
It depends on the bullet.
Like a super slippery, you know.
Sure.
Let's
Until you get into like a 165 AccuBond or some of the new Hornady Precision Hunter bullets, ELDXs and 27 caliber. Some of those things are damn admirable. So,
sure, yeah. When you start doing a little bit of an apples to apples there,
yeah, we become subjected to modern bullet design and how it continually moves our goals either into or out of reach everywhere we look.
Yes.
There's simply another mousetrap. Not better, but another that still kills the mouse. Yeah.
Our 260, and this wasn't really intended. I brought a lot of these cartridges for just for comparison's sake, but in some ways it's turning into like a 6.5 podcast. We've got a lot of 6.5s invited to the party here today. Should I bring up this last one?
Please do, yeah. We'll slide this one over, and you'll put it right up in there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That is the 6.5 RPM.
Fine cartridge.
No belt, rebated. They don't look, okay, they don't, at least on the outside, look too dissimilar to me, though.
No, they're similar sized, sort of. So that gun, this was fresh barrel. 5-shot average was 3190 out of the 127 Barnes LRX from the 6.5 RPM.
Mm-hmm.
That same lot of ammo. And that was like brand new barrel. So that I anticipate to speed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, looking at what we have here for a box posted with these 140 nozzler partitions, at 2950, we got a essentially, 13 grains difference, so I'm just saying, like,
it's viable.
It's extremely viable.
Absolutely.
But it's dead. It's almost dead.
Yeah.
It's dead.
It's dead. There's a bunch of rifles out there chambered in it yet. I just don't think it's going to enjoy any resurgence. And a part of that is also case design. So we're at about max for cartridge overall length for most applications. Remember, in this size of cartridge, 3.340 is going to be your probable standard max. And if you want to put a bullet like a 143 ELDX into it, you're either seating it deep and choking out potential due to encroachment on case capacity, or you're seating it out long and you're going to start running into issues with internal box magazines, detachable box magazines, unless you're making some sort of aftermarket concession, which there are options. So
I also think folks just don't want to belt anymore.
Agreed.
Now, one thing that I forgot to mention, and is what I perceive as a major thing that stifled this cartridge, and I'd say it was a reputation that to me seems like it'd be unfounded.
Sure.
Honestly, I think it got a bad rap.
Yeah.
And that's that it was just barrel burner, throat erosion, 100 shots, that rifle's done.
No.
It wasn't doing anything that the 7 Rim Mag right?
Yeah, I mean, the smaller you choke that case mouth and the more flame you put through it, the more it jets. But it's not, let's put it this way. In contrast to cartridges like 26 and 28 Nosler.
Well,
yeah.
Not even close.
No. Also,
not what it was made out to be.
Right. Cleaning practices at that time, propellant technologies at that time, bullet materials at the time, chemicals available to the user to clean at the time, all contribute to this.
Right.
It's not unduly spicy.
Now, maybe you said this because I was formulating a different thought, but okay, barrel material construction. Was it less quotation mark durable than what we have today? Like, do we have better
I would argue
material?
That we have better practices today that result in better bore finishes on the whole, which result in less fouling, which then it would in turn result in less perception of, quote, barrel life loss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the carbon ring was getting them. They didn't even
That could be. Not that long ago, I had a dream about the carbon ring.
If a person wants to listen to how you get rid of, or what a carbon ring is and how you get rid of it, just tune into the Vortex Nation podcast, episode number escaping me, but it is with Mr. Ian Clem, which is always a treat. One thing that I've been thinking about with this cartridge, but I think it applies to a lot of cartridges, some lead balloons, as you would call them, Ryan. The era of their introduction, right? We don't have access to really the measuring tools that we have today. We don't have access to the information. We can't look up the most current thing. We can't get several of people's experiences just at our fingertips, right? So when this cartridge in particular gets this reputation as a barrel burner, there's really not a way to stop it. Like, once that train gets moving of that reputation, like, who's going to dispute it?
Right.
And how are you going to dispute it?
Yep. 100%. Because when the dissemination of information was the monthly sporting goods magazine,
Right.
by that time, like, the damage is done till the next issue comes out. And in that time, somebody would have had to have gone through the effort and understanding of evaluation, and that was very damning and difficult.
Yeah, and I don't, I guess I don't have an example of an article, but if something like that came from a sporting magazine like that,
100%.
Gospel.
Yes, absolutely. And you didn't have the Palm Pilot in your pocket to Google it.
The Palm Pilot.
Yeah. And so we were just talking about that today, with how the information age makes or breaks things, but oftentimes can save things that are broken.
Sure.
Yes. And with reliable data and many, 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 many inputs that happen fairly live.
I just feel a cartridge in that era, some component of its success or failure, if it lived or died, was determined by whatever was said after these words.
Yeah.
You know what I heard?
Yeah. Yeah. Around the old gun shop countertop or the farm stand or at the elevator, etc. Yeah. No, I agree completely.
So here we are.
264 Win Mag.
See, I got some.
You got a lot of printouts.
I was looking for a pen prior to the podcast here. I've got my printouts. Took a significant amount of time to curate information.
Use none.
I've realized that oftentimes these are nothing but a security blanket.
I understand.
But I have to have them.
I get it, Mark.
This was a listener request.
And thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I wouldn't have. It wouldn't have been at my top of mind to talk about. And then I
think it was on the list of cartridges known as lead balloons.
Never heard of it.
10 likes, and we do them more.
Yeah, again, I did print off this because I did want to compare it to the 6.5 PRC. Again, box posted.
2960, 143 LDX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty similar. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Is this the original 6.5 PRC?
Yeah, because the only other contemporary at that time worth noting, perhaps, is a 6.5 by 55 Swedish, which is potential capability ever so slightly more than that of the Creedmoor 260, etc. So, yeah, it's not one I don't think I'm going to add it to my roster unless I come across the most cherry Westerner. And I get this itch that it's like, I need a Model 70 and 264 Win Mag, and I need to kill a pronghorn with it. Or I need to kill a mule deer with it.
Let's say that you walked into the shop, whatever shop this is, and you see that thing, and nice gun in that cartridge. And I'll say reasonable price. Not a steal, but not exorbitant. What are you doing?
Passing now. I've got an elk tag and a pronghorn hunt. I've got problems. Good ones.
Those are good problems.
Good problems. I've got problems.
You're going to be fine.
Well, I hope so.
Elk tags are expensive these days.
Yes, that was. I'm going to tell you what right now. That was nuts.
They'll make you wince.
That did. Still am. So there's that. And then, so probably going to pass right now. I mean, I'd have to be in a way more comfortable life situation in order to say, I can't not have that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not what we're talking about today. But if you live in a state where you have elk and elk tags and over-the-counter elk tags, and you like to hunt elk, boy, be grateful that you're not coughing up like
a G
minimum.
Yep.
Man, it stings.
Sure does.
They are fun to hunt, and they are delicious, though. That's what keeps you coming back.
I had pronghorn last night.
Yeah. You said you found a piece of backstrap.
Yeah, I ate the second one. I thawed two, and I ate the one last night. Right over the pan.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just modern caveman.
Correct.
I found and I think it was my last piece. I was actually digging around in the freezer's getting a little low right now, by the way, which is good. I like that. Good to go into the fall a little bit hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I was like, man, I wonder if I've got a piece of backstrap. And I did, but I think it was
What's species?
elk.
Ah, yeah. Well, Mark, if I get one, you can have some.
Well, hopefully I get one. Hopefully we're elk meat rich this year. Wouldn't that be nice?
We can just do a backstrap challenge right here.
Neither of our elk will be shot with a 264 Win Mag.
That is correct. Yeah.
Not that you couldn't.
Nope. But I won't.
Certainly could. We miss anything on this?
No, fine cartridge. Really cool era. Neat rifle. Model 70 Westerner. There are still 264 Win Mags out there operating. I believe Browning was the last outfit to chamber them up until the X-Bolt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So its viability remained, may still, I'd have to double check on that. I'm not often perusing for 264 Winchesters, but fine cartridge. Like I said, very, very capable, ahead of its time, perhaps. Fell victim to modern efficiency.
Certainly
and
did.
possibly the rumor mill.
And possibly rumor mill. And I'll go back to what we talked about earlier, though. If this was the rifle you had, if it's the rifle you still have, you've got no call to really change anything.
Nope. Keep hunting it.
Keep hunting it.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
There you go.
264 Win Mag.
264 Win Mag. All right, for the listeners out there, what are your thoughts on the 264 Win Mag? Are you going to the mall later? Do you have one? Is it your favorite rifle? Do you wish that you could still find
ammo on every corner?
Ammo on every corner. A rifle on every rack in the shop. Have you shot some big critters with it, small critters, whatever?
Yeah.
Let us know. We want to hear about it. Like I said, this was a listener request, so I forgot. I don't remember. I don't recall right now who it came from. But if that person is listening,
we see you.
We see you, and we're creating space for you, and we want to hear about your experiences.
That's it, Mark.
That'll do it. Until next time, happy hunting and shooting. We'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.
Bye.